So my wife just came back from doing Insanity, and we're sitting here and we're talking about problem solving. Like, how do you solve a problem that's been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years? But like myself or our couple, like us being married, other couples that are married, we don't have this cycling issue like that you see that's so evident on YouTube and television. People buying into all the feelings that's on TV. That shit ain't true. But stop letting people put you in a box or put you on labels like, you know, only date white women, only date white guys, or whatever you're gonna date is what you're gonna date. Whether it's public knowledge, it really doesn't matter. But I think with a lot of people who say that, I think you need some closure. Yeah, you definitely need some closure, whether it's a man or it's a woman. Whoever fucked you up, I mean, if you fuck somebody up, call them up and apologize. Ain't no big thing, it's words. At least mean it. You don't have to meet him in person. Y'all don't have to meet some magical mystical era. Don't have to ignite old flames or old feelings. Just if you really know that you were the bearer of bad news in that relationship, and it might have been both of you. It might have been a duel. It takes two to tango. But go ahead and call that person up and apologize. But I think something similar to a Million Man March or something like Sisters in the Sand, go on some little pilgrimage or some march. We don't have to march or walk for civil rights. We can march and walk with each other. Go meet out in the middle of a damn beach somewhere. Hands across the sand or something where man, woman, man, woman, man, woman. It ain't got to be the person that you want to be right beside. But just the fact that we know who we are from a coastline and, I don't know, go on the East Coast or the West Coast and just look at the ocean. Take a couple of deep 12-second breaths. Cleanse yourself. Walk out there at least, if you can, knee deep, and hopefully not during shark season. But I think we need to have some type of, where Hollywood and all the news media and the social media is not involved. And groups, you know, groups and groves of 10 and 20, where people across the land are just solving problems. And they need to say what they need to say. Everybody should not speak random though. What needs to happen, you need to get a cue card. And on that 5x, 3x5 cue card you got, you're only allowed to write down what you have, your biggest problem. Because I'm pretty sure if somebody else shares the same problems you do, but you're only allowed to write down what your biggest problem or your biggest hang up is. You can't have 20 million brothers of this, brothers of this. No, because every brother ain't like that. Only the brothers you date. And you can't say, well, sisters are always doing this. No, it's only the sisters you dated. Because now, it used to be guerrilla warfare, and now it has turned into terrorism. And now pretty soon it's going to be World War III, and the only people hurting from it is the black community. You know, white folks, they keep their little problems to themselves. Jewish, whatever that means, they keep their problems to themselves. Hispanic, Latino, Mexicans, they keep their problems to themselves. And hell, I don't even know if Indians are getting married or have relationships. That includes East Indians, West Indians, and American Indians. I don't know. But the biggest thing that you can bring from this is I think you really need to write down what your biggest gripe is. See how my daughter's watching this? Write down what your biggest gripe is on a card, and you get to read out that gripe. Now this is the thing, nobody knows what's on your card. So whoever's reading their next gripe, that's not going to be a rebuttal to what's on your card. But what you'll start to find out is randomly that people think just like you. They're just going to be putting it differently. And secondly, somebody might have the answer to what's on your, and it's going to change the frequency in the room as people continue to read. It is not a forum where men on one side, women on the other side. You know, be responsible with your pussy, be responsible with your dick. Somebody should have wore a condom. We shouldn't have got drunk. Leave all that bullshit alone. What's done is done. The clocks don't turn backwards and the toilets don't flush the other way. If not, you'd have a lot of shit in your face. So just think of this, man. Just write down a card, organize a couple of groups of people, and I think the college, our leaders of tomorrow, y'all should be the ones that do this. If it's a problem, usually that's where some of the leadership comes from, the hierarchy of education. I know we did in my day, so we were battling something a little bit different like police and racism, but you guys are battling relationships, so just think of that. Just try to combat this before this blows up on our children, on our kids, on our nieces and nephews. We don't need to hand them our bad baggage. I don't need to be handing my 3 daughters and my son this BS of black women and black men. It's like, don't nobody give a damn, man. Really, it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, if you're not educated and you ain't got shit on your resume to get you a decent job, and find somebody that's educated that can have a resume to get them a decent job, and y'all actually meet in 7 out of 10 areas, and y'all are happy and can co-locate wherever you want to in the world, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. You can raise children and give them a good life. Give them a life you didn't have. Everybody out here is so damn selfish. Stop being so damn selfish. Try. Just freaking try.